Hey Morbid Maniacs, it's been quite some time since I've made one of these videos, and I've been debating on whether or not I was going to actually make this video. I thought about not even making it, but I love you guys so much, and since I haven't filmed anything for a couple of weeks now since Vlogtober ended, I thought I should share somewhat of what has been going on. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about my personal problems, just because some of it I feel like is way too personal to share on YouTube, and most of it I am still sort of processing myself. Like, I'm still trying to understand what has actually happened. And I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what did happen. Like I said, because I feel like it's just too much to share, and I hope you guys can understand me for that. Now, I don't ever want to fake my happiness with you guys, or just ever come off as fake whenever I'm, you know, kind of in a bad place. And it's not really that I'm in a bad place, it's just that I have been struggling a lot here lately with some personal problems here at home. But I have told you guys before that my YouTube videos are kind of what keeps me going, and anytime I'm in a depressed state, if I hop on here and I make a video, like, it immediately changes my mood and makes me feel a million times better. And that's what I'm mainly doing. Like, I'm not making these videos to, I don't know, fake my happiness. I'm making them because I love you guys and because I truly enjoy making YouTube videos. I don't know where I would be without my subscribers or without my YouTube channel. Like, it literally is my life. So I don't want you guys to ever feel as though I am like faking my happiness, or, you know, I'm being fake with you guys, 'cause I'm never trying to do that. It's actually the reason why I took a break from my YouTube channel after Vlogtober, is because I was just trying to, as I said before, process everything that was going on, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to talk about this. Now, I don't really want to talk about, like I said, the things that were actually happening, the things that actually happened. I'm not going to share that part with you guys just because, like I said, it's way too personal, and some things are just meant to be off camera. Like, you can't share everything on YouTube, and like I said, I hope you guys can understand that. But there are some things that I do want to share with you all, some things that could possibly be paranormal and that were sort of related to what happened. I hope I'm not confusing you guys in any way. Now, I'm not claiming these things to be actually paranormal, because I don't know. I'm not claiming them to be. It's just there's been some really weird stuff that has been going on that kind of happened before all of this stuff started entering my life. So this all kind of started a couple of months ago, when it was summer and it was transitioning over to fall. That's kind of when all this weird stuff started happening and occurring. And most of this probably does have like a rational explanation. It's just weird how all of it kind of happened before these bad things started coming into my life. One of our smoke detectors a few months ago started going off for no reason at all. Now, my dad had just changed the batteries in this smoke detector. He said that they weren't like exactly brand new batteries, but they did have enough juice in them to make the fire detector work properly. And this smoke detector was going off 3 times back to back. This happened, oh, I can't remember. It was probably like, it probably happened to us at least 2 times where it went off 3 times back to back. And I've always heard, I'm not saying that this was like something bad or demonic or anything like that, because honestly I don't think that it was. I've always heard that whenever you hear something that comes in 3, like say you hear 3 knocks or something like that, that it's usually a sign of something bad or demonic or something of that nature. Now, this was like 3 back-to-back beeps from the smoke alarm. Now, there was no smoke around whenever this detector was going off, and my dad did say that this smoke detector was really old. we've had it since, you know, we've lived in this house, so that could have been part of the problem. Like maybe the smoke detector was just going bad and we needed a new one. But it was weird how it happened like that. Another odd thing that happened was one night my dad was cooking something in the microwave. He had it going, and all of a sudden the microwave just shut off in the middle of heating up his food. Now my dad did say that sometimes the outlet can get overloaded whenever he has our water machine hooked into it at the same time. But as far as we were aware, this had never happened any other time before. And I believe this happened twice on that night. It could have happened 3 times. I can't really remember, to be honest, but we felt that kind of strange. Because now our microwave is in perfect working condition. Like, we don't have any problems out of it. That hasn't happened since that incident. Now, I know whenever I tell you guys this, you're probably going to think that I'm crazy. Well, I don't know, because I have told you guys a lot of crazy stuff that I've experienced. So you might not find it that crazy, but some of you may, my newer subscribers. I have mentioned to you guys a few times on my channel that sometimes I can see things that others can't actually see, if you know what I mean. Like, I can see spirits sometimes. And so there was this one night that my parents were at work. I was in our living room. It was night. I was sitting there watching TV. I had no other lights on other than the TV and then the light that was in our curio. And I'm just sitting there on the couch, and out of the corner of my eye, I kind of see like a glimpse of what looked to be an old man. He had gray hair, he had glasses, and it was just for like a split second, and then it vanished. And it kind of reminded me of my pawpaw, but what is weird is my pawpaw is still alive, so I know that it couldn't have been him. And whenever I told this to my dad, he said this could have been my great-grandfather. And my great-grandparents actually used to live in this house before us. My great-grandfather actually passed away in our living room. And this house used to be owned by them before it was ours. And I made like a whole video on how I felt like, you know, my great-grandparents were still here. So if you guys have not seen that video, I will link it in the description so you can go check it out if you haven't. We kind of thought that that could have been my great-grandfather. And then one of my cats, who rarely ever did this, so this is the reason why we thought it was kind of strange, kept going into our spare bedroom, and she was like sitting on top of this tote box that we had on this table that was right beside our dryer. And she would go in there and she would just stay in there like all night long for long periods of time throughout the day. She would barely ever go in there. So that's the reason why we thought that this was odd, because we did have a few cats that would go in there and lay on top of that tote box, and that was normal. But for her to do it, it was strange, because we rarely ever saw her do anything like that. And when we try to carry her out of there, you know, she would just go straight back in there. And then, I don't know if you guys remember, but I made a video this past summer where I told you guys that me and my dad had been seeing strange lights in the sky and in our backyard. I'm not saying that all of this is connected, but I just feel like it's weird that this short period of time within so many months, and it's all kind of happened back to back. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll also link that one in the description box as well. And another thing that I really do not like to talk about, but I'm going to mention it in this video because I feel as though it maybe could be related, but I'm not claiming it to be, because I honestly do not know. Last year, I made a video for Vlogtober where I read a certain poem, of which I am not going to name the name. If you remember what poem I'm talking about, I'd really appreciate it if you did not mention that in the comments, just because I don't want anyone else getting the idea to go and do this for themselves, because this poem was apparently a cursed poem that if you read it out loud, you would either die or you would have bad luck for the rest of your life. Now, if you do go and decide to read this poem, I am not held responsible for anything bad that might come to you because I did not mention the name. The poem now really freaks me out. I really don't like having anything to do with it, and I just don't want to be responsible for any bad luck that might come upon any of my subscribers, because I love you guys to death. I don't want you guys to go through the same thing that I did. At first, whenever I read this poem out loud, I did not believe it. Like, I thought that it was all fake. I didn't think it was actually going to be able to do anything to me. And so I decided to read it out loud.
Like a dumbass.
Now, I actually read this poem not once, but twice. I made the video for this poem 2 times. The reason why I did this is because the first time that I read it, I actually messed up on a word, and I was reading, like doing reviews of the poem and stuff that other people had said that if you messed up on a word or something that it wasn't going to work. So I wanted to be like 100% truthful with you guys, and so I remade the video over. So I guess I just wanted to screw myself over not once but 2 times. I guess 1 time was not enough for me. I am not kidding you guys. Literally 2 months after I read this poem, a bunch of bad stuff started happening to me. I mean, a lot of bad luck, a lot of bad things started coming into my life. Stuff that had never really happened or occurred to me before. But the freakiest part of all is that all this stuff started happening around the same time that all this bad stuff is occurring to me this year. Now, I really would like to think that I did not curse myself for the rest of my life, but I am just using this as an example. Do not read something if it says that it's cursed, if it says that it will give you bad luck for the rest of your life, or if it says that you could possibly die from it. Don't play anything paranormal if you feel like it's gonna put you or your family or your home in danger. Most importantly, just be careful when it comes to anything that has to do with the paranormal, because you never know when something bad could attach or, you know, happen to you because of it. Even if you might not think it whenever you are playing a paranormal game or whenever you're reading a cursed poem or doing whatever it may be, you could really wind up getting yourself into trouble. Even though I joke about this stuff, you guys, I am being dead serious. I do not want the same thing to happen to you guys. And as I said at the beginning of this video, I am not claiming this stuff to be connected. I am not claiming this to be paranormal, because I don't know. But it is very strange how all of it kind of happened, like I said, back to back. But I wanted to share my story with you guys and give you guys at least a little bit of info on what was sort of going on. Now, there are some things that I'm choosing to keep to myself, not because I don't want to share things with you guys, but just because it's too personal and I don't feel like I should have to talk about it, so I'm not. But I really hope that this helped you guys to understand a little bit more, though, because you guys are such a big part of my life, and you deserve to know when something's bothering me, when something's going on. You guys deserve to know that. So the moral of the story pretty much is that we're not sure if all of this was paranormal or if all of this was connected, but we do believe that something may have been trying to warn us of bad luck that was coming, or, you know, something that we may be messed with that was paranormal might have brought all this bad luck onto us, which I really hope is not the case, but you never know. And I was actually debating on whether I wanted to ghost hunt anymore or whether I wanted to like play certain paranormal games anymore, just because I wasn't sure if some of this stuff kind of caused this bad luck to happen. But you guys know the paranormal is my life. I absolutely love the paranormal. I'm very passionate about the horror stuff and just ghost hunting and all that stuff in general. I'm just going to try to be a lot more careful next time, and I encourage all you guys to do the same. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I've missed you, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed Vlogtober. Cannot wait to get started on next year's videos. I'm hopefully gonna get back to, well, I'm not hopefully, I am gonna get back to uploading my videos at least 3 times a week because I missed it so much. I love you guys. I'm so happy to be back. But yeah, like I said, I hope that this kind of helped you guys understand at least a little bit of what was going on. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you everything, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up for support, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and become a morbid maniac, and I will see you guys in my next video. Sorry if this was so serious and if it was a long video. I just had to get all this off my chest.